Hi everyone, this is Donna from Clever Crafters. Thank you for joining me again tonight. So here we are on day 3 of our 12 cards in 12 days. What I'm doing here is I've just got a piece of cardstock. This is from my 6x6 paper pack, and I've just cut it at 4 inches, I beg your pardon, wide, and which is 10 centimeters. And I'm putting the full 6 inches across a mat that's going on the front of my card. And I'm just going to trim that little bit excess off. So the mat layer is 14.3 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters. And I am just going to see, we've got these blue strips which go with that beautifully, and for some reason I didn't film that, and I don't know why, but I actually put double-sided foam tape on the back of those strips, which I'm going to apply to the card later. So right now I'm doing the stamp. So this is from the same stamp set that we've used for the first 2 cards, and we're going to use right the way through this series. And this has got "Yay, it's Christmas" written on it, which is one of my favorite stamps in the set. But I don't want the "It's Christmas," I just want the "Yay" at this point. I actually want 3 of them. So rather than cut my stamp, which I have done in the past and you can do, it's not a problem. But this time I decided just to use some masking tape, and I've covered the word "It's Christmas," the 2 words "It's Christmas," and I'm just going to grab my ink. Once again, I'm using the VersaFine black onyx ink, and I'm just going to apply that to my stamp, as you can see there. And once I've done that, I'll remove that masking tape. Goodness me, how much ink can I put on that? Anyway, I'm just going to remove that masking tape. You can see that there's a tiny, if you look carefully, there's a tiny little black splotch there on "It's Christmas" that I didn't get rid of. I'm just going to wipe that off with a baby wipe, and I am going to stamp it. I'm using my stamp positioner because I'm going to be using the same word over and over again, and of course I want to make sure that it gives me a nice crisp result, which it has. And the way that I've positioned my paper is such that I've got a sticky mat in there, so I can just move the paper, leave the stamp where it is, move that over 2 inches, because each one of those little grids is 1 inch, and the larger dark ones are 1 inch, the little ones aren't. I'm going to do the same process again. So I'm just going to cover up the "It's Christmas" with the masking tape. I'm going to grab my ink pad, stamp it on. I think this time I did a better job at covering the "It's Christmas" section of it. So I'm just going to pull that piece of masking tape off and close my door and stamp out the word again. So I did this 3 times. Now, if you don't have a "Yay," that's fine. You could use "Ho, ho, ho," which would be awesome, and probably what I'd normally do, but I really want to use this stamp set. So what I'm doing now is the opposite to what I've done before. You can see I've already done this once on my card there, but I am now covering the "Yay" up with masking tape. I did turn my stamp around for this, and I am just stamping "It's Christmas" that I'm going to cut out with one of the dies that come in the set. So this is the small circle die that comes with the various greetings die set, and I cut, you can see all 3 yays out there, and I stuck them onto blue circles that I cut out of the larger piece, and I've put them across the front. So now I've just put a piece of, actually, do you know, that's double-sided tape at the top, but actually I didn't use the normal die set for this because I wanted them smaller. So I actually just used the circle dies, and I used 2 circle dies, one to cut the yay and one to cut the blue. Just wanted to clarify that. That double-sided tape that I've put across the top there, I'm using, and I have got some silver cord. This actually came with a whole pile of Christmas decorations, and I did not use it to attach them to my tree. I used fishing line instead. So I've got this lovely silver cord that I am now going to use. I'm going to turn these circles into baubles. So I'm just sticking that on the double-sided tape at the top. And now I'm going to trim them off. I've already stuck the 2 outside ones. You can see I've popped a little bit of double-sided foam tape on the back of that I've now removed the piece off it, and I can put it the release paper, and I've stuck it down. So they're all stuck down. I decided to do them unevenly. I was going to do them even at first, but then changed my mind, and I'm just trimming off that excess of that silver string off the top. And now I'm just popping that other strip, and you can see there, of course, the double-sided foam tape that I mentioned earlier. I didn't film or something happened. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember really. And I am going to attach that to the top. So once again, this is a nice and simple card. This would be easy to do as a production line, so you could make bulk of them. That strip is a little bit longer than the card, so I'm just going to snip that off there. All right, so now I've just made a little banner out of the It's Christmas. So I cut that out with one of the dies that come in the set, in the various greetings die set. And, excuse me, and I've just added a banner to the end of it, straight on one edge, lining it up on the outside edge. And I've cut the fishtail banner on the other end. This time I'm not going to put some double-sided foam tape underneath it, because there already is double-sided foam tape underneath the blue strip, and I felt that that was quite enough. All right, so just popping that into place. All I need to do now is attach this to my card base, which is what I am going to do here. I also made, off camera, some little bows out of that silver thread, because I want to make sure that there's no doubt that those circles there are baubles, and I'm going to stick some of the little bows, a little bow on top of each one, and that definitely makes it look like a bauble. If you were doing this with a different card, say a happy birthday card or a different theme, you wouldn't need to put the bows there, you wouldn't need to hang them, they could just be circles. So there is our completed card. I didn't hold this one up either. Don't know what I was thinking when I made this one, but there it is for you, close up for you to all see. I really hope you enjoyed this card and that you give it a go and that you've learned something. If you do give it a go, I'd love to see how it went, and you can pop a picture over on our Facebook group page, which I will put a link for that below. Once again, 12 cards, 12 days. This is day number 3, all done. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and happy crafting.